Although many teens and many young people will engage in inappropriate behavior as a way, frankly, of drawing some attention to themselves, Crystal's increasing pattern of very dysfunctional and frankly very dangerous behavior really indicated that she was in a very desperate spot and needed help. Happily, her father was paying attention to this. And one of the things that seemed to be occurring in their relationship is that as her father became healthier and more comfortable with the fact that the divorce had gone through and he was able to turn his attention back to Crystal, Crystal's behavior served its intended purpose, which was a call for help. He stepped in and helped her disengage from what was an incredibly destructive and very dangerous behavioral path that she was on. Although Crystal's behavior was overtly troubled, there are many more subtle kinds of behavior changes that parents can look for in their children that might suggest that their children could use some extra support. Some of the more subtle things may be changes in sleep patterns, changes in eating behavior, changes in the folks your kids are hanging out with. One of the simplest ways to try to stay connected to your child on a day-to-day basis is not to interrogate them every time they come home, but to have conversation with them. Doing this over the dinner table is a great idea. Doing it in the car is another option. But the most important thing is to talk to your children about small things. So not just about what did you do at school today, but talk to them about their friends, talk to them about what they think about a sports team, and have ongoing conversations. So when big things happen, they're much more likely to share those big things with you, and they're more likely to be comfortable sharing with you. A tool that Crystal's father found particularly useful in his rebuilding of his relationship with her was sharing with her some of the trials and tribulations that he had experienced as a teenager. And although this did provide a nice foundation for the two of them to share some common ground about what she was going through and provided a basis of trust, it can also be a slippery slope. So parents need to be careful when they share their war stories with their children. As parents, and I think Crystal's father did a good job of trying to do this, is not to glorify the experiences that he had, but to cast them as they were, which was important lessons and an ability to learn from mistakes and survive and incorporate them into becoming a functional, mature adult. And one of the most important roles that parents serve is to be guides for children and for teens. And so what this means is being able to empathize and in some cases even sympathize with what our offspring are going through without losing track of the fact that at particular points in their lives, our role is certainly only to be a teacher and to not enable their behavior by inadvertently blurring the lines between parent and child.